Welcome to Cambodian School. Today we're learning lesson 70 from Superior An textbook by Pan Sataran. Lesson 70 in Khmer we say Maiden Tichatsap. In this lesson we are learning a third set of medial clusters which in Khmer we say Pchunchinet Pnyachung. Before going to the actual lesson from the textbook, let's learn how to read words from group Da here, which in Khmer we say Krom Da, which represents the third row of consonants, consonant Da, Ta, Do, To, and Na, that can only go below consonant Da. So these are the medial clusters for this lesson. Okay, so now let's read words that represent each one of these clusters. Na chung Da. This word is read Kondal. Na here is the ending consonant of the first syllable, kon. Ka no kon. Sound just like this. Sound just like ka no kon, but not like kon. Okay. The subconsonant da then becomes the initial consonant of the second syllable. Okay. So da da lo dal, kon dal. Na chung na. This word is read banalai. Okay. So ba no ban. Okay, the na, the top na here is the ending consonant of the first syllable ban. The subconsonant na becomes the initial consonant of the second syllable. So na na. This diacritic symbol here is called sanyok sanya. Okay, so when it's used followed by the consonant yo, it changes the invisible vowel for lo here to the vowel I. Okay, because this word here or the consonant before it is a first series consonant, this laws also follow the sounds of the first series consonant. Okay, so lo I lai. Okay, so that's why it's read bana lai. Okay, so now let's look at other ways that this diacritical symbol can be used. Okay, okay. So once again, this diacritic symbol is called sanyok sanya. When it is used as an inherent vowel or invisible vowel, it changes the sound of the vowel to sra and matop moy. For example, this word here is read top. Okay, so the way it's pronounced is to tia bo tia matop moy top. Okay, and also when it's used and followed by the consonant yo, just like we saw earlier, it changes the sound of the vowel to sra'ai. Okay, for example, this word is read J. Okay, because this is the second series consonant, sra'ai changed to A. Okay, so joy, J. Okay, also when it's used and followed by the consonant ro, the invisible or inherent vowel changes to or sound. Okay, here an example, nyor. Okay, without the diacritic symbol, the word or the consonant would have pronounced nyor. So with this symbol, it changes to sound nyor. Okay, finally, when it's used and followed by the consonant ngor, it changes the invisible vowel to sra'am and ngor, which is ang. Okay, for example, this word here is read nom pang. Okay, nom nom pang here, bo mình talk pi po, am pam ngo pang. Okay, so let's read some more words or additional words here. Okay, all right. Có nó con, đổ đồ bó đột. Nó on, đỏ áo đá đờ có đờ. Còn nó con đo. The zero here is silent. Although it says do, but we pronounce it dull. Okay, so it's con dull. Còn nó con đo ít đĩa điều vô điều. Con điều. So nó sắn đo ái đái đài có đài. Sắn đài. Bò nó bắn đo đầu. Bắn đầu. Còn nó con đo đỡ ngót đằng. Con đằng. Chua nó chân đo đà. This row here is silent. Chân đà. Đo nó đón đo bó đó mình tổng mới đọc đón đọc. Đo nó đón đo đỡ ngót đằng. Đón đằng. Đo nó đón đo đà mất đàm. Đón đàm. Nó ấn đo ái đái đài thoát đài. Ấn đài. Nó ấn đo đá đà thoát đài. Ấn đài. Nó ấn nó ấn đo đồ ngót đồng. Ấn đồng. Okay. So now let's go over to the lesson from the textbook. Okay. So this lesson is on page 75. Okay. So on this page, we are going to read these words and sentences. Okay. Còn nó con đo đá đà lót đà. Con đà. Còn nó con đo đồ bó độp. Con độp. Nó ấn đo đá đà có đà. Ấn đà. Còn nó con đo but we pronounce it dull. Okay, this row is silent, so con dull. Còn nó con đo đĩa điều vô điều. Con điều. Bò nó bắn nó ná. Low here with this sanyok sanya symbol and followed by the consonant jaw changes to the I, the vowel I. Okay, so and low here also follow the first series consonant. So lo I lại, bắn ná lại, bò nó bắn, đỏ đá đà lót đà, bắn đà, bò nó bắn, đỏ đầu, bắn đầu, sò nó sắn, đỏ ái đái đài có đài, sắn đài. Dù ở giờ ngó dường, tụ ở tứ, khỏi chẳng cho ấy cháy, so ý xía siêu vô siêu, po ở phứ, po ý bí, bò nó bắn, nó ná. Again, this is like with this sanyok sanya symbol followed by the consonant jaw changes the invisible vowel to I. Okay, lo I lại, bắn ná lại, mồ có mốc, nó án, nó ở nữ, po chẳng tốt ép tè. Let's read the sentence. Dương từ cháy siêu phứ bí bắn đá lại, bọc án nộp tè. Lô có lốt, cô chẳng rốt cru, nụ óm nóm, dù ở giờ ngó dương, bò nó bắn, đỏ đâu. Cô chẳng rốt cru kia bó kriếp bắn tọa mấy crop. Po chẳng có áp cá. Nụ ở nữ, so á xa, lo á lá, rồi ria nó riêng. Let's read the sentence. Lộc cru nòm dương bắn đốc, crop cá nớ xa lá riêng. This first picture is red and dark, and the second picture is red and điều. Okay, so now let's go over the rest of the lesson. Okay, so here is a list of all the words that we have read. Okay, in this section we are going to read these words without sounding them. Okay. Còn đá, bắn ná lấy, còn đốp, ăn đá, còn đỡ, còn điếu, bắn đá, bắn đốc, sẵn đáy, còn đắng, chân đá, đòn đắp, đòn đắng, ដណ្ដើម អណ្ដែត អណ្ដាតអណ្ដូងតបជ័យញ័រ and នំប៉័ង Okay, so now let's read the sentences. យើងទៅខ្ចីសៀវភៅពីបណ្ណាល័យមកអាននៅផ្ទះ One more time. យើងទៅខ្ចីសៀវភៅពីបណ្ណាល័យមកអាននៅផ្ទះ Okay. លោកគ្រូនាំយើងបណ្ដុះគ្រាប់ផ្កានៅសាលារៀន One more time. លោកគ្រូនាំយើងបណ្ដុះគ្រាប់ផ្កានៅសាលារៀន Okay. So now let's go over the definition. Kandal means center, middle, mean, or medium. Banalai is a library. Kondop is a grasshopper. Here's a picture of a grasshopper. Andag is a turtle. Okay, here's a picture of a turtle or andag. Kondal is a mouse or rat. Kondio is a scythe or sickle. Bandal means to cause, to give rise to something, to bring about, to produce, to lead to something. Bandok means to grow something, to cultivate something, to sow seed, to sprout, to germinate, to raise example a child by giving it food, shelter, love, education, etc. To educate, to train, or to accumulate example knowledge. Okay, so I include this picture. Sandai means legumes, or a generic term for beans, peas, and bean-like vegetables. Okay, so here's a picture of sandai. Kandang is a small bill, a handbill, a doorbell, or a bell jar. Chundao is a ladder, stairs, or staircase. Dandap means to cover someone with a blanket or clothing or to wrap up. Dandang means of a parent to ask for someone's child's hand, especially a daughter, in marriage, or to ask a question. Dandang means to fight to get something, to compete for something, to take something from someone, to seize, to take possession of, to argue over, or to dispute. Undite means to float on water or in the air, to drift, to soar, to hover, to come to the surface, to float on the surface, or of thoughts to wander. Undat is a tongue, a reed of a musical instrument, a sim, or veg. Undong is a well, a shaft, a mine shaft, or mine. Top means army, armed forces, or troops. Jai means victory or prayer for victory. Nyoa means to be shaking or to be trembling. Numpang is a bread. យើងទៅខ្ចីសៀវភៅពីបណ្ណាល័យមកអាននៅផ្ទះ means we go to the library to borrow books to read at home.លោកគ្រូនាំយើងបណ្ដុះគ្រាប់ផ្កានៅសាលារៀន means our teachers guide us to sow flower seeds at school. Okay, so this lesson is on page 75. 75 in Khmer we say 75. Okay, so now please take out a piece of paper and a pencil and learn how to write some of the words from lesson 70 together. Okay, first let's write con đal. Có nó còn. Okay, đó đó đá đà lớ đàl. Con đàl. Right, con đốp. Có nó con. Đó đỡ đớ đồ bó độp. Con độp. Right, on đag. Ó nó on. Đó sả đá đà có đag. On đag. Right, con đal. Có nó con. Đó sữa and raw. In this case, we pronounce con đal. Right, con điêu. Có nó con. Đó sữa đĩa điều vô điều. Right, banana lay. Bó nó bón. Nó na. Lỗ senyum senya anjo. Banana lay. Right, bandal. Bó nó bón. Đó đá đà lớ đàl. Bắn đàl. Right, bắn đông. Bó nó bón. Đó sữa đâu. And finally write Sunday. Xó nó xón. Đó sải đái đài có đài. For your assignment, please read and write each one of these words 5 times, okay? Now let's review lesson 70. Lesson 70, in Khmer we say made in teacher sub. It's on page 75. Page 75 in Khmer we say tumpo teacher pram. In this lesson we have learned the third set of the medial clusters, which in Khmer we say okay? So on this page we are going to read these words and sentences without sounding them. Con đál, con đốp, on đớc, con đol, con điếu, bắn ná lấy, bắn đál, bắn đốc, sẵn đáy. Dương từ cháy siêu phơ bí bắn ná lấy mọc án nập tẻ. Lô cru nòm dương bắn đốc grab ca nơ salarian. This first picture here is red on dark. And the second picture is red con điếu. So we have now finished our lesson 70. I'm Alai. For more info or feedback, please visit Cameron School of San Francisco. Thanks.